Hey there, guys. It's Blue Sword here with another episode of Surviving with Blue on the Xbox 360. I am playing on normal mode right now, but it really doesn't matter in this episode too much because I won't be spending too much time uh, in this world that I've generated here, and I'll show you why I sort of worded it in that fashion. Um, this last episode, actually, I talked about at the end of it, I talked about how we could make or keep Minecraft interesting. And of course, tons of people have already been doing a bunch of these things. If you're new to this game, it might be hard to stick with it or even understand how this game can stay fun. But I mean, I don't really see there being a difficult way to understand why this game is fun. It's amazing. There's a world, you live in it, and it's your own special world. In fact, the only thing that really makes this game any funner is having people to play with. So that's a very key thing if you want this to be even funner. Because right now it's the thing that's making it fun for me is actually recording it and throwing it up on YouTube. But I know that if I had some friends to play with, oh man, this would be very fun. But even so, though, I do have a buddy of mine, a couple buddies of mine though. But I just another thing that keeps me from doing that is I'm always so busy. But in this episode, we are concentrated on trying to make Minecraft or trying to keep Minecraft interesting, which isn't that hard. There's seed generators. There's inventing games like Zombie Survival Rush, which I just made up one day. Actually, I didn't make it up. It's off of another game. You can actually use other games in this. I mean, I'm sure you heard of the Hunger Games, or let's see, Minecraft Survival Hunger Games. There's a bunch of different ones, and that's an awesome concept. You just get a bunch of friends together and you uh, beat each other up, or you PvP, player versus player versus player versus player. Challenges. People post challenges online all the time, and they consist of basically restrictions. And if you can complete, uh, certain challenges with restrictions, so surviving maybe could be one of those challenges, but you can't use mineral pickaxes made of minerals or tools made from minerals or certain restrictions like you can't go into caves or you can't jump or something. There's some fun ones, there's some crazy ones, there's some ones that are kind of understandable, I guess. There's building a Goldberg machine. That's sort of if you watch Tom and Jerry or certain Disney movies, or I probably shouldn't mention Disney movies, but they're machines and contraptions. And if I remember correctly, I think I read up on this guy. I believe it was a guy. He created Rube Goldberg machine. He's the one who started it. Um, Contraptions where one little thing activated another little thing, which activated another. Which this sort of world is perfect for that because you have all of these um, activating contraption tools already. A piston. Here we go. A piston. Uh, Dispensers, redstone dust, redstone torch, tracks, carts, things that activate other things. Even chickens or creepers or villagers can be used, and that's sort of a creative mode thing, though. And these episodes are more about survival. These last two also would be considered a creative mode sort of thing, but you could also build these in survival. It would just take longer. But the fun part about these is going through them. Dungeon crawling slash building, test run, which is like a dungeon. You would have a sign that has a question that has a bunch of answers around the room with a button corresponding to that answer. You click it. If you get it wrong, something terrible happens. If you get it right, you get to move on to the next step. Here's some food. There we go. And of course, the dungeon crawling one is sort of self-explanatory. It's sort of what all these games are based off of, and that's just crawling through dungeons with traps and treasures and peril. You can build one for a friend or have a friend build one for you. Um, Today, we're going to concentrate mostly on, well, yeah, basically this episode is going to consist of this seed generator. And a seed generator is, I'm going to jump out of here. I'm going to do some jumping. I hope you guys don't mind. I'll deal with saving. So yeah, this episode's a little different from the rest of the episodes because I am jumping out of the survival mode. But to be honest, this is sort of integrating survival into it. Now I have a bunch of worlds set up already. The world that we were in, which I've never told you this before, but it's called Calvid Rain. It's just a name that I've made up for the survival. So surviving with Blue, you are watching me play in this world, Calvid Rain, and I've got some pre-made worlds here, and they are based off of um, codes or titles. I guess it would be code that I looked up online and tried to find best ones or ones that actually worked because some of them I guess don't work or don't work for the Xbox 360 edition. So I don't know if there's any sort of difference. If there is, let me know. In order to do this, though, you jump into a create a new world tab or button there, and you add a certain code or title that you might find online or you read about or a friend tells you about, and if you type it in correctly, the described world will pop up. And I've got such worlds pre-made, which I probably won't save for later, but I might jump into some of them because they're kind of interesting. So let's see here. Uh, let's see. Okay, so I guess the words that I typed in had turned into numbers. This one's a little easier for me to remember. It's a water type world, and we'll jump right into there. I looked it up online, 11001. I think it was, sorry, negative 11001. I might have not typed in that in correctly, but if you look around here, here we go. We're in this world, and it is, oh, I don't know why I did that. It is basically a water world. If you go out in this direction, there's nothing but water. There's land in that direction there. But if you go in the opposite direction, you hardly see any land. And in fact, you might have to have a boat uh, to just ride all the way out there. And see, if I were to swim right now, it would take me forever to reach land. And this is sort of maybe interesting. This could be a different type of survival that you might want to do. It might be more difficult. But if you sort of had a set way that you wanted to play a survival game, there's definitely a way to do it. You can go online and ask for seeds or look up seeds that would generate a world for you that is to your liking, basically. My God, there's like no land out there. You'd probably have to like go all the way north. Yeah, see, there's I guess I did do that one right. See, I think I missed the negative symbol, the dash symbol, because that does, I guess you do have to do it correctly, but this worked out pretty good. Wow, man, it is really a water, what's that? Oh, that's the other part of the land. So yeah, this is basically a water world. So let's jump out of this world, and we'll jump into the other one, um, without saving. There we go. I basically picked three worlds. One was the water world, which we were just in. The other two, one was a world that had, as they described online, really amazing mountains. So let's check and see if this one's it. And it's coming. There we go. So let's see. I'm not too sure what I'm looking. Yes. Okay. Oh, this one's the amazing mountains slash water world slash mushroom islands. So in this direction, if you favor a mountainy biome, and for some reason part of these mountains are floating, which might be the cause might be caused from messing with the world generator. I'm not too sure. This is really cool looking off in this direction. And if you go off in this direction, let me get my map out. Here we go. Um, the rest of the world is a water world. So it's a combination of cool mountains and the water world we were just in, sort of. And I've actually traveled. Let's see, can I run? There we go. I've actually traveled in this world a little bit, and if I were to go, I gotta go in this direction. If I were to swim way off in this direction, I barely reached it last time, but it described it online as 6 islands with mushrooms on it, 6 mushroom islands, and not the small islands, but the larger one. Sorry, not the small mushrooms, but the larger mushrooms that that grow. I see. I had to swim for quite a bit. So yeah, if you were to sort of think of a world that you really want, it's simple as going online. There's quite a bunch of sites that favor seed generation, world seed generators that you can look up for your favorite seeds. Um, and just think of a world that you might want, like floating mountains, like we saw back there. You could actually have maybe a world where someone has found, that's a squid, uh, found or generated, or let's see, what do they do? I would think that they basically constantly type in different codes until they finally come across for a little bit. I'm sure you can figure it out. Now, when I was swimming here last time, I saw a bunch of islands. I might be, it might be in this direction, but I'm gonna swim for just a little bit more. Then I might not bother after that. We can jump to the last world. Let's see. No, I don't see any. It was off in this direction, I swear. I might have swam a different sort of route, but I tell you that there we go. There's something. There's land. I wish I could. I should. I should have built a boat. You guys got to build a boat. That's a small. There we go. It's getting bigger. And the last time I checked, it did have quite a few mushrooms blooming on it. So there you go. So you just generate this world. It was a different word actually than I remember it. I think it was GLaDOS. The first Waterworld one we were in was online. It said dash 11001, and that'll give you that world, that water world. But this one, I can't remember. I'm not too sure. I'm sure if you search online for, let's say, mountain biome slash or dash or comma or plus mushroom islands, this you'll definitely find a seed that corresponds with what you're looking for. There we go. Let me just jump on this land here. There you go. So if you see on the map, it is very watery, and there's a few islands, and you're going to basically be traveling on. Oh, there's that one I found last time. You're basically be traveling on a boat most of the time, and who knows, that might be the thing that you're looking for. The thing that you're wanting to play with is sort of a island hopping Minecraft survival game. That'd be pretty cool. That's a little different. And see, let's see. Last one. Hopefully this doesn't take too long without saving. And remember, this is all just to keep the game interesting. So if you feel that maybe you don't want to keep going the path that everyone else has always been taking, here we go. This is the one, which is going into a randomly generated world, and it kind of looks the same like everyone else's. Maybe you can just jump online and find one that is extremely different. Let's see. Um, this one was the exotic mountains. There we go, like crazy mountain biome. This one was actually really cool. There we go, off in this direction. And if you probably could freeze frame, or I'll just go back there to the seed generators real quick. Oh, look at that. I'll show you what the numbers are, because if you, it was letters for me, but I guess it turned into numbers. But if you type in those numbers, you'll most likely get a world that looks like this on Xbox 360. I'm not too sure if it'll do it for anyone else's. But look at that. Look at that mountain structure. Imagine having a castle or uh, a wizard's tower like just like up there, man. That looks really cool. And this, I don't know about this actually. I might want to destroy that if I could reach it. Maybe if I built a cannon and fired some TNT at it. And look at these, man. These are like oddly shaped, floating. You could give this a name too if you wanted this to go in the seed. Give it a name before you jump in, like floating mountain fantasy game. I don't know. This could definitely uh, keep people interested, right? This would keep me interested. I'm kind of jealous that I started my survival series. Well, you know what? It's a basic survival series, but it would have been really cool to survive in a place like this. Um, thing I've noticed actually in this world is the edges that are cut. You know, that might be because of us messing with the seed world generator thing. There we go. It's a world generator, and you use seeds to generate it. Okay, I haven't been off in this area. Look at that. It's like a UFO style island floating. That is cool. Oh man. Whoopsie daisy. So yeah, there you go. If you if you're just starting, or if you're new to this, or anything, and if this has helped you out, you know, let me know. This could be a really, oh, man, this is a really cool world. I'll definitely go back to the main menu and try and freeze frame on the numbers for a bit so that you can check them out. These are some really cool worlds here. Imagine having a house on there. I don't know, maybe. Have a waterfall coming down, and the only way to get in is to float up the waterfall. That's a cool idea. All right, let's jump back real quick, and then we'll finish off this episode here. So yeah, there you go. There's a bunch of other things that I had listed in Calvin Rain. Um, here you go. This is let's see. This would be the Mushroom Island and exotic mountains in the upper right corner, as described on the website that I went to. There you go. I believe the negative sign it's a negative sign, dash or negative sign, but it's part of the code, so don't forget that. 11001 with no negative sign, which is odd because I think I wrote it down with the negative sign. So try it with the negative sign, but without one, it seemed to create a water world. That was the water world one. And this one is the one with the exotic mountains. I didn't take too long of a look at the water. Again, the negative sign does count. So check online, find worlds, describe a world that you might want, or check out other people's worlds they've described. And people tend to follow up on those and try out the seed generator. In the other episodes, I'm going to try and follow up on the other ideas that I've had on the idea board that I showed you in Calvin Rain. But odds are, for some of those, I'll definitely be jumping into the creative mode, especially for the Rube Goldberg, and try and just keep building and keep having fun with this. It's to be honest, it's not that hard. And if you ever have trouble, maybe try go on certain sites and get friends to join your worlds. It's very fun to play with friends. So I hope you like this video. If you do, like, subscribe, comment, or just keep watching, and I'll see you guys later. Okay? All right. Bye.